Isn't that scary when you kind of think, oh, the audience and the community that I have built around myself is kind of expecting this, but now I'm turning another side? Like, are you ever afraid that you lose?
I kind of do that all the time. So I'm shooting myself in the foot all the time with it, but as long as sort of stuff works, or sometimes, or at least one of every few records works or does well, then it kind of, exactly what I say. As long as I can sort of do this full time, and then I don't care that much that I shoot myself in the foot. Obviously, if I had a time when I was really focused on Beatport records and just getting every record in the charts, and at some point I was kind of doing well with that. I think 75 records went into the top 100, something like stupid amount at some point. Because we also knew like exactly where the preview moment of Beatport was exactly. So that's 2 minutes after 40% of the record, something like that. So then we knew, okay, you need to have that. Anyway, so there was a time I was focusing on that, and now I'm kind of totally going a different direction. So sometimes you also get people on social media saying like, hey, I missed the dance floor records and blah, blah, blah.
But you're saying that you were kind of producing music kind of with the Beatport preview intent. So this is kind of the moment that they show a little snippet of the song.
At least we were aware of it. So if you were arranging, you kind of knew, okay, it's going to be there. So
I remember some artists saying that they're doing this with Spotify to make it as short as they can. So the more it's being looped, the more it's being played and played.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that whole, lo-fi stuff is like a lot of albums of these 1.5 minute records. And I don't know if you guys know, but like from 30 seconds onwards, it counts as a stream. So you need to grab people's attention for 31 seconds, basically. Otherwise, it doesn't count. Otherwise, you don't earn anything. So the whole music industry changed. So you will never ever hear like a single anymore that has like a long intro or a double verse. For whatever 3-4 decades, it was normal to have like verse 1, verse 2, chorus, verse 3, let's say chorus, bridge, chorus, let's say. And right now it's just intro, chorus.
Go time.
Bam, there we are. There's the biggest hook of the record. And don't bore us, get to the chorus. It's kind of the...
I even see that sometimes they put even indeed the chorus like a very snippet on the beginning, and then they start kind of the intro. I see this with trailers as well. Like if you go to movie trailers, game trailers, they have like this 5 minutes attention grabbers. They really put like all the dopamine shots in there, and then the real thing starts just to grab your attention.
It does kind of suck, you don't get Stairway from Heaven that way, So it's, so I kind of don't like the fact that sort of music gets, it's also a single market. It also has to do with it. Like in the past, people bought albums and then sort of you would listen to the whole album at home, and maybe you had your favorite song that you play the most and go back to track 7 a lot. But right now, kind of the days of albums are a bit done because it's all playlists now and people listen to very singles. So for most artists, like their main singles are played 1,000 times more than their album track 9. So if people only listen to your singles, kind of you need to get those out there and stuff. So it's it has to do with that as well.
So with the album coming out, like, isn't it now better because the system is working like this that you kind of release the album in singles every week and that is the whole album? But you have like all these Spotify submissions and they don't allow you to submit one more than the one track of the album or one track of the EP. So wouldn't it be better to do the whole album? Let's say it's 15 tracks, just to release it as singles constantly and eventually bundle it as the album.
Yeah, well, I think at some point, they'll figure it out that you're like pitching too much. But it changed around. In the past, it used to be you release an album and then single 2 and then single 3. And right now, it's you release single 1, single 2, single 3, and then the album. It always do how DSPs work. And also radio. In the past, it used to singles would be on radio before it was out, and right now it's like they don't play it on radio unless it's already on DSP because people Shazam it at home, so you need to find it straight away.
Yeah, so sometimes like if you see the record is coming out in a month or something, like I feel like that people kind of want instant gratification, instant success. If they know about your album, they kind of want to listen to it right away. Yeah. If not, they forget about it.
Yeah, so we work with radio pluggers, for instance, and they'll sort of test the waters here and there. They make sure like radio DJs are aware of the record and are going to play it, but they say, okay, you have to hold on till this and this date, and then you're allowed to play it because that's the date that's also on Spotify. So then that first weekend is super important.
Hey there, I appreciate you watching the video. If you like this one, check out this video or that video. And if you want to support the channel, make sure to click on top of my head on the logo and subscribe to the channel.